What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Bros Cast, episode 164. My name is Harrison. I am joined by my brother Nick. As always, Nick, how are you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good. Doing good. Got the hype for tomorrow.
Yes.
And got the hype from this weekend. I mean, got
Yeah.
a lot of hype rolling around.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Zelda thing here very shortly. It was kind of rumored. Like, I had seen a bunch of YouTube and Twitter stuff going around about something potentially happening this week. And yeah, we got it confirmed. So we're getting we'll talk about it here in a little bit, but I'm ready to jump into it.
Yeah.
But I think we both only been playing Resident Evil this weekend and this week. Before we jump into that, Nick, how was your week?
It was good. It was pretty chill, pretty relaxed. Me and my wife did like a raised bed in the backyard this weekend. So we built that. Like there's like cinder blocks that you can use to build the raised bed. You just need some wood. So we did that, and we're gonna put the soil in probably tomorrow or Wednesday. But yeah, we got some veggies germinating and
nice,
getting ready. And then we'll transplant them and hopefully get some tomatoes, get some cucumber, all that good stuff. Yeah,
Brittany just started her stuff last year. She's done a garden for the last couple of years, but this year we did it and we installed a PVC pipe so we could turn on the hose and it would water everything.
Oh, nice.
And it worked out really well for a while. And we got a lot of good stuff: jalapenos, chives, tomato. There's nothing better than like tomatoes and cucumbers that are fresh, and like and it's crazy because you can taste the difference. Like you don't taste all that nonsense that the government puts on it to gives us cancer and stuff like that. But sorry, I was watching a TikTok the other day about that stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of bad how much.
Well, it was related to like the whole hearing that's going on right now with TikTok and them wanting to get it banned. And I don't know, this guy was just going off about, he's like, dude, it doesn't matter. Democrats, Republicans, they don't care about anybody but themselves. He's like, let's just start a third party that actually represents Americans. Cause like nobody wants to send people to war. Like we just want to be left alone and do our own stuff. Not to get political on the podcast, but yeah, that's all was happening over the weekend. But yeah, gardening,
overthrowing the government. I mean, it all goes hand in hand.
Yeah, it really does.
It all goes towards sticking one to the man.
Exactly.
You do it yourself, grow it yourself. Don't buy those. No,
yeah. But yeah, gardening's super fun. Like it's fun just watching your stuff grow and then picking it and cooking with it and stuff. Like it's awesome.
I can't wait to get to that point because like right now it's very iffy. Like we've already lost a lot of plants because we moved them outside too early before the last frost and like even before that, like they just got cooked in the sun because they weren't ready to go outside.
Yeah, Brittany always germinates them first. And then once they start to sprout, then she'll transplant them over into the garden. It usually works pretty good. Just look into I think they're called like boreworms or something like that, but they're these like little or caterpillar looking things that will crawl up into the stem of your tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff. So look into how to prevent that. Like you have to I think you have to plant like companion plants and stuff like that to keep that stuff away. So
boreworms.
Yeah, like something like that. I'll have to double check with Brittany, but they were in her plants last year, and it was a bunch of them, and it killed her stuff. So
dang. Okay.
Towards the end of the season, but yeah, just look into that because that sucks because you can't see them. Like you could tell if you have like little holes because they get in there and they eat the stem out from the inside out, and they get bigger and bigger, and they can end up being like like an inch big.
Dang. Okay.
So yeah, just keep that in mind if your plant's starting to die for no reason. That may be the cause. Did you do anything else fun this week?
Not really. Just watched. We started Attack on Titan.
Nice.
Started it up. I randomly put it on yesterday, and
it's so good, dude.
Of course, immediately get sucked in, and we watched 10 episodes yesterday, and then 4 more today.
And they're quick too. They're like 20 minutes, so it's like not a huge time investment.
Yeah.
The intro is fire. That music is so good.
Oh, it's a good intro. It's a good intro, and I like how they change up the intros.
Yeah,
per season. Off of the
I
guess like chapter, because like I just finished Battle for Trost.
Yeah.
And now I'm on the next part, like the hearing portion.
Yeah. I got my little Eren Yeager statue up in the back here.
Oh, nice.
I found.
Is that Eren Yeager?
Yeah.
Or is that?
No, that's Eren.
Okay.
I went back to the. Where that goes. Yeah, I went back to the store. This weekend we Kaylee has a dance next Friday, so she wanted. It's like a tennis shoe dance or something like that. Mm-hmm. Where the theme is like just like sneakers or whatever, sneaker ball. So I took her to Journeys to get some shoes, and I was like, you know what, let me peek into to the store. And my buddy actually just called me earlier, and he's like, dude, there's another gaming store in Friendly Center near your place. And I was like, I'm gonna have to go this weekend and peep it. But yeah, I picked that up. I was like, do they have any Attack on Titan stuff? And that's the one figure they had. So I was like, well, I got to get it.
How much are those things?
They've all been like around 30, and the Eren Yeager one was 40.
Okay,
but it's big. Yeah, they're pretty big. So yeah, I'm addicted, man. What can I say? But yeah, I did start Demon Slayer today on Crunchyroll.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, I need something else to watch. I almost thought about watching Attack on Titan again, but I was like, no. Like part 3 is supposed to be coming out. The dub version is supposed to be coming out here in the next month or so. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I was like, let me watch something new. But it's good so far. I like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you? Did you do anything else?
Not really. On Friday, I got off a little bit early. Just because I've been backing up this one girl that's been kind of in and out of the doctor's office. So I was like, you know what? And my plan was to have 2 hours early because I wanted to play Resident Evil 4. But your boy took a trip to New Zealand like yourself, and we got to play it on Thursday.
Yes, we did.
So we spent $1,500 for a round trip to New Zealand to play and came back.
Stayed there for a day.
So that was my goal, but then I ended up playing a bunch on Thursday, and some during the day on Friday. And then I got off, and my buddy had actually like messaged me around lunchtime. It's like, hey man, you want to go play some tennis? I was like, let's do it. So we met up and played like an hour and a half of tennis, and it was really fun. It was fun to get back on the court and stuff again. So that was a good time. And then we actually got to sit outside this weekend. It was very nice. So that's fun.
Yeah. It rained here like most of Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, it did. It did rain. Yeah, it rained a lot Saturday. It rained pretty much all day Sunday. And it rained a little bit Saturday, but it wasn't too bad. But I've also been fighting, I guess it's allergies. I don't really know. I just kind of had a little bit of a bunch of like congestion going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't ever get allergies, so I don't know. But Brittany was like, well, it sounds like it's probably allergies. And I was like, well, I guess you can just eventually get allergies at some point in your life that maybe your body just changes and you get it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, because you never really got any, did you? Oh.
So
not looking forward to that.
So yeah, I just been kind of congested all week. A little bit of a cough, a little bit of a twang in my throat, A
little twingy twang.
Yeah, just been just dogging some cough drops all week.
Nice.
So, but other than that, yeah, it was a good week, man. Let's
the hype was driving me through last week.
Yes, it for sure was. Let's talk about Resident Evil 4, the remake. It's good.
What are we? Yeah. No.
And that's the conversation.
No, it's really really incredible. I mean, we kind of knew this from the demo because the demo just felt so good, looked so good. Obviously, there are those dead zone issues with the Xbox version, but you kind of get used to it. I don't know about you, but I was fine by the end of it, like by the last half of the game.
Yeah, I was.
You get used to it.
Yeah, you get used to it. I mean, it did feel like a little bit slow, but like also Resident Evil games like don't necessarily always control the greatest when it comes to like their aiming and stuff. So I didn't know if that was maybe just a part of it, and I just wasn't quite used to those controls again. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty fantastic remake. I mean, it looks gorgeous. It's not quite that like awe moment for Resident Evil 2 when that first came out. Because it looks better than I think RE2 did, but
yeah, it's a step up, but just
but not like that like incredible step up that we got with 2. Like 2 was just crazy. But this one just looks just as good, if not better. And yeah, like the subtle changes that they made to like the design of the levels and stuff, it's really cool. And it makes a lot of sense. The story itself like flows, and like the design of the levels like flow really well together. I think a lot better than the original. Yeah. It's good.
There's a lot less like extreme cuts to different sections. Everything kind of flows more seamlessly than it did in the original.
Yeah.
And everything kind of makes sense. And like they reworked a lot of areas. They did cut some areas, but for the better. Did they
cut like a sand portion? Like there's like a sand area? Okay, after I got to like the island, that's what I thought. I was like, did we miss something? Because I felt like there was something missing.
Yeah, and I think that was either at the end of the castle or in the island.
It might have been right after the island. Like
no, the island was the end. Well, unless there was that section and then you get to the end.
But I think it was the island, and then there was that section, and then
you fight that you fight the U3 boss.
Because because I want to say it was maybe after the Krauser fight is when you go to like the little sand portion, whatever it's called, the underground area, and then you fight that one boss. But yeah, I mean, like it still took me about 14 hours, a little over 14 hours to finish it. So it was still a really long Resident Evil game, and I think if they would have added that in there, like I mean, obviously I wouldn't have minded, but it might have been just a little bit too long.
Yeah, I think so. And like that wasn't a great boss to begin with. It was kind of a pain to go all the way to the end of that like that giant cage and then work your way back fighting that boss and dodging it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yep. I remember that fight.
Yeah, like the one that's hanging.
Hanging. That was kind of cool though. But yeah, I do agree.
Actually, I think there is a side mission on professional mode where you can fight that boss. I don't know if it's the same situation.
Is that part of Ada's?
No, it's part of Leon's, but it's only on professional mode apparently.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong, but that's what I've heard.
For the remake?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. But yeah, I think the game flows like super smoothly. All the areas connect nice together. The little subtle changes are incredible. Like the part that you mentioned, Nick, after you get to the merchant for the first time, and like the way they reworked that kind of like cliff area.
Where you approach it from the other side.
Yeah, that was super cool. And I was like,
oh, wait.
Yeah. And it's funny because like once you're in the castle and you see the giant statue of what's his face,
Salazar,
I was like, are they gonna do it? But they said they were taking out QuickTime events, so that makes sense.
And that was all a QuickTime event.
Yeah, so like the boulder
where you were going up to it,
and
jumping across platforms and all that stuff. But yeah, like the QuickTime events they took out. There are a couple of like you have to press B to evade.
Yeah.
You know, things like that where you're dodging, a falling rock or something like that. But yeah, there's no QuickTime fights. The Krauser fight is much better.
Really cool. It's a really cool fight. Cool. Yeah.
Both of them are really cool. Even the second one where it's like a little bit more actiony.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think all the boss fights are better.
Yeah.
I think the Salazar one was actually pretty tough.
That was probably my hardest. That was probably the one I died the most on. I don't think I died on any bosses except for that one. Well, I died on Menzel. What's the big guy? The guy that gets like cut in half and like is swinging on the
cheese.
Yeah, him.
I can't remember his name, but I died to him too.
Mendez, I think, maybe Mendez. Yeah, I died on him a couple times. I died on Salazar a couple times, and then I beat the final boss on my first try.
Yeah, same here. I mean, at that point, you have
you're loaded.
You're pretty. Did you ever buy a rocket launcher or anything?
No, I didn't, because it was single use and it was 80,000. So I was good. Pesos. Yeah, I was good with that.
All right, so tell me, what was the gun that you did you fully upgrade any of the weapons and get the bonus upgrade?
I did one. So I started with, since we got the deluxe version, I started with the Sentinel and I upgraded that pretty far. And then I sold it because I wanted to get the Blacktail because it had better base stats. And then I upgraded that one all the way up, and that thing murdered people, like two or three shots, and it was pretty much taking everybody out for the most part. I really tried using the crossbow, but I just could not. I didn't like it that much. I thought the mines were very useful, but as far as like the arrows themselves, I didn't really find them that great, and it took too long to reload the mine. Now it did come in handy in the twin Garbados. Is that what they're called? The Wolverine looking guys.
I think something like that. I should have used those mines during that fight because that was tough. That was
pretty cool because you could shoot a mine or shoot them in the area. They would hear the blinking sound, or what was the case? I can't remember how I did it, but I got them both in the corner and I shot one with the mine, and then the other one ran over it and started swinging, and I just kept unloading mines on them, and that worked pretty well.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind for the rest of my professional run.
Yeah, and then I tried using the shotgun that the deluxe package gives you, but I ended up dropping that because it only had 2 shots, and I didn't. I think you could upgrade it, but I switched over to the regular shotgun and upgraded that just about all the way. And that thing was awesome.
You never switched the tactical shotgun?
No, because that one was like has farther range, but it's like a smaller spread, right?
Yeah, that's the one I ended up going with.
Okay, maybe I'll try it.
Dude, it's so hard to find shotgun ammo.
Yeah,
that was like the one thing that I was always out of ammo in.
Yeah, I crafted a ton of ammo, which was nice because I don't think crafting was in the original, right?
No.
So yeah, I crafted a bunch of shotgun ammo. Ended up going with, as far as the machine gun goes, obviously I had the TMP, and then I upgraded to I can't remember the name of it. The one that looks like a machine gun.
The TE5, like something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I can't remember any of these weapons.
Yeah, and then the assault rifle, like I purchased like the LE something.
Okay, LE5.
And I didn't really like it that much because it used rifle ammo. I'm talking about assault rifles now. It used rifle ammo, so like, but I was using my rifle ammo with my sniper rifle. Yeah. So, it came in handy when you fight the regenerators.
But yeah, because you can put a scope.
Yeah, put the scope on there, and then you could see their weak points. But I feel like towards, I don't know, like the first half of the game, I felt super stocked up on ammo, and once I get out of the castle, I felt like ammo got a little bit more scarce. I don't know if you had the same way, but
yeah, I would agree with that. I was like constantly completely scouring an area, looking for ammo, especially after a fight, just making sure I didn't miss anything. But yeah, when you get to the island, the thing is they throw so many enemies at you.
So many enemies in this game. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you just plow through your ammo like nothing.
Yeah,
it's so crazy. Like, Yeah, so I was hurting for ammo.
Okay.
Especially by the end. But yeah, the assault rifle. I was kind of disappointed because I guess I forgot that used rifle ammo.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? Like, I can't find any assault rifle ammo anymore, like anywhere. And then I finally realized that it was just the rifle
Just
ammo.
rifle ammo, yeah.
Yeah, so like I didn't really use it throughout the entire game, and then I use it a bit at the end because it does tear through enemies, and then finally picked up the LE5, which is that submachine gun that you picked up.
That one, yeah. That one's really good.
Yeah, I've been using that one in New Game Plus.
Yeah, once you get that one and you upgrade the reload speed, because it takes forever to reload if you don't do that. Mm-hmm. I did start New Game Plus earlier and on professional, and as soon as I got into the village area, I just shot one of the enemies and they all came running at me and I just mowed them down.
It was like a 15
seconds and the bell rang. Like it was enough time for like, it was right after the Dr. Salvador chainsaw guy came out and then the bell rang. And I was like, dude, that was so easy. I've been tearing up enemies on professional mode right now.
Yeah. I'm mainly using the Red 9. That's the one I upgraded all the way. And I was super dumb because I was able to upgrade that one because I had already done like all the upgrades. So I was able to like purchase the bonus upgrade. But I used my card thing on it instead.
Oh.
Like the one that you can trade 30 spindles for. I was like, why did I do that? why didn't I just buy it and then use that on something else?
Yeah.
Like that was like right before the last fight.
So when you use that ticket, because I never got enough spindles to purchase 30 or purchase that ticket, does it fully upgrade the entire weapon or do you just get the bonus?
I think you just get the bonus.
Okay.
I don't know for sure because I didn't use it on a weapon that wasn't fully upgraded, but I think you just get the bonus of that weapon.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I kind of wish because I think the shotgun and the Red 9 are the only two guns that you can find outside of the merchant, right? The Red 9 is in the middle of the lake if you go explore there, which I didn't know that until I finished the game, and then the shotgun's obviously in the display case. But I kind of wish there was more weapons that you could find in the world.
Thought there was.
I don't think so. I didn't see any more. But I could be wrong.
Not the assault rifle, or the Magnum.
No, I think I purchased. Yeah, I purchased the broken butterfly, and then I traded it for the I don't know, the compact Magnum, whatever that one's called. Yeah.
Oh no, you find. I'm looking at a list now. You find the assault rifle.
Oh, okay. I never found one.
I don't think you can purchase.
Yeah, I purchased it.
Oh no, you can. You can. Yeah, you can purchase it. That's what I did too. But
I think there's two that you can purchase. You can purchase the I don't know. I think it's like right when you get to the castle. I think that it becomes available for the and then you get like the more assault rifle towards the end of the game.
Wait, I thought you could purchase the broken butterfly when you get to the castle.
Maybe it's that one then, and then the assault rifle you do that after.
Yeah, because that's when you get to the maybe like right before you get to the island.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like the flow of the game is awesome. Like there's little surprises throughout that you kind of don't expect. Like, I guess minor spoilers, but whenever you go back to the village and the tower like explodes and lands in front of the town hall, and you have to like maneuver away around it and fight a couple of enemies. Like that was really cool and unexpected. Mm-hmm. How did you fare in the house fight with Luis? I died a few times on that one. It was pretty.
Once.
It was pretty tough.
Way harder than the original, because the original you can just you hang downstairs for a little bit and then you go up and you can just flashbang or grenade everyone from the top of the stairs. But this one, I mean, you have like the pig-headed
Yeah, it comes toward the end. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's really hard to manage everybody.
It is, yeah.
That was yeah, very tough. I mean, that was one of the tougher moments.
Yeah.
In that game.
How did you feel about the Ashley stuff? She did get a little bit like annoying with like going down and stuff. Like I never really had a problem with people taking her away. But yeah, there was a couple of times where she died because she got incapacitated and then something happened, or I shot her by accident or something like that.
That's what it was for me. Yeah, like right when I got Ashley at the church, I died twice because I accidentally shot her. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, and it like stops and fades. Yeah, fades.
Yeah. But aside from that, like it wasn't bad. Like even the notorious section in the castle.
Yeah,
that wasn't bad. Like
I lost twice on that, and I think it's just because I think at that point like I was a little bit low on ammo, and I couldn't keep up with all the enemies coming, plus the 2 or 3 that are attacking you on the main floor. Right. But yeah, I mean, I thought all that stuff was pretty good.
Yeah, and then all the additional puzzles and collectibles you can get, and like all the pieces that you can put your jewels into, and there's like all those bonuses for putting 2 of the same jewel or putting.
Was that not in the first one?
There weren't those bonuses. Like you could insert jewels into pieces, but it wasn't as it wasn't as
like sophisticated as far as
sophisticated. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And Harrison, I have a theory.
Okay.
And I think it's a true theory.
Okay.
So with every semi-linear game like Resident Evil or something like Uncharted, or The Last of Us, Chapter 4 is where the game has an open section. It's where it opens up.
You talking about like the lake scene?
The lake.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can ride around the lake a bunch and do like a bunch of side quests, so to speak. Uncharted has the section when you're driving around in the car.
Yep. And
then
what about The Last of Us 2 Part 2? Where is it Chapter 4?
I think it might be.
Were you when you're in that little town, the city area?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. Like maybe.
What about Gears? Gears was chapter what when it opens up for the first time?
Probably Chapter 4.
Act 1, Chapter 4. Oh,
it might just be like the perfect time to open up the game, because you have your first 3 chapters of story. You break it up by having an open section like that.
We'll have to look into that and circle back on.
We can confirm that theory.
We'll circle back next week on that. I feel like a freaking Zoom caller right now. Oh, we'll circle back next week and talk about things.
We'll touch base.
We'll touch. God, oh my God.
Touch base just means you're not going to talk about it again.
Yeah. It's fantastic. It's amazing. What is your favorite remake out of between Dead Space and 4? What do you think is objectively not subjectively? What's do you think objectively is a better remake, Dead Space or Resident Evil 4?
I think it's 4.
Okay.
And I don't think that because it's like it's a better remake, so to speak, but I think Resident Evil 4 needed it more than Dead Space did. So it feels more like a remake.
Yeah.
Whereas like Dead Space, like you could already move and shoot. It holds up in today's standards pretty well.
Yeah.
Like when we went back and played Dead Space 3, like that one felt pretty good. I went back.
Felt like a modern shooter.
1. Yeah. Like it feels relatively modern. And I think the Dead Space remake does that game justice, and it makes the original obsolete.
Yeah.
Which maybe that is a better remake if it makes the original obsolete.
Yeah, because I mean it's pretty much like the exact same game, but they just found a way to make it feel like a cohesive experience, and they made the ship feel even more like its own character. Like you could actually walk from one end to the other without having to use the tram. I'll use the tram because it's quicker, but I don't know. Like I love both of them. Like Resident
they're
Evil,
both good in their own right.
Resident Evil is always gonna have a special place in my heart. It's just my vibe. Like, it's my cup of tea. It's everything that I want in a game, and endless replayability for the most part, or multiple replay, playthroughs and stuff like that. Now I don't know how, like 2 and like 3. I think 3 I beat like 5 times, but like I could literally beat that game in an hour and a half. This one I want to see how fast I can get through it, because I do want to kind of get the under 8 hour achievement. See if I can do that.
I feel like it's super achievable.
Yeah,
especially
I think so
in New
too.
Game Plus.
There's a few achievements that I don't like necessarily in the game. Like don't get hit in the cart area. Part of the game, like that's kind of tough. But I guess there's a save point, but there's also 2 cart areas, so I don't know.
Oh, right. But I bet you could revert back.
But yeah, I think it's
section too.
It was really cool. It was a really cool section.
So just as dumb as the original.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I thought it was great. We'll talk about some potential DLC in the future for this game, but yeah, there wasn't really a part that I didn't like either.
I was gonna ask, was there any part that was annoying, that you died and you're like, oh my god, like I can't believe I died and have to redo this?
There was one point where it's on the island, and you're making your way up a hill, and there's 2 turrets, or 2 of those like laser turrets or whatever. And there's a ton of enemies, and I went through it all, and then I got to the top of the hill right before I entered the door, and there's a laser thing, and I clicked it, and it turned on me and killed me. And I was like, well, why is this? And then that was my fault, but I died and had to redo the whole part again. So that was a little annoying, but that was my fault. But other than that, I didn't really find a spot that was too annoying or anything like that that I could think of.
I thought the crane sequence was rather difficult, especially at the end when all the little spider creatures come out. Oh,
you talking about the wrecking ball part?
Yeah.
That was I don't know if I died on that part, but it was definitely lots of running around.
Annoying. I would just say it was hard.
Yeah, I think that was one of the parts where I was really didn't really have much ammo at all.
Yeah, I was down bad at that point.
Because that was like right after you go into the sewer, right, and like have to. Was it after that part? Yeah, because I think that was after the part like the regenerator comes out of the trash and like you have to run around.
Oh my god,
that part! I died a few times on that part, just because Ashley kept getting taken away.
Oh she was so far away from me, and I managed to get the enemy with the pistol.
Oh really? Nice.
It was a pro gamer moment. I was like, I had just killed the regenerator, and then I turned and looked through the bars. I saw her 100 yards away.
See, I didn't kill the regenerator. I threw 2 grenades at it. It didn't die, so I was like, screw it, I'm going to run. Ran around, and then I came across the bridge, and I was clicking the right stick. I was like, Ashley, come on, get out of here. Let it go. And then as soon as the regenerator came across the bridge, she let it go. And she's like, haha, I got you, or whatever.
Oh, nice.
So I didn't have to waste any of my ammo or anything.
Should have done that, man.
Yeah, I didn't realize it. Because I was like, Ashley, I was sitting there like clicking. I was like, I swear to God, like, come on. And then she did that.
Over?
Yeah, let's switch over real quick.
Okay.
But yeah, it's again, there wasn't really any spots that I did not like. I thought it was all just a great experience.
Yeah, really great game. I think even if you didn't play the original, it's still a phenomenal game. Like you don't need to have the nostalgia. It's a great game in 2023.
Yeah,
just like it was a great game in 2005. You know, I don't know if it's as game changing as the original was.
No, no way.
I mean, that's kind of impossible, right?
Yeah, at this point, yeah, it's for Resident Evil. But yeah, I think it's a really fantastic remake. Capcom's killing it, man. They're just killing. They're killing with everything they put out. Even 3, like people were disappointed by 3, but I think it's because it was so short and they cut the clock tower part, and never like added it in or anything like that. But yeah, Capcom's killing it. Did you do any of the did you do a lot of the side missions for the merchant?
Yeah,
you did. Okay,
yeah, I did a lot of them. Yeah, most of the ones I came across, and there were a couple like side bosses, so to speak.
Yeah, see, I didn't do any of the side boss stuff.
Oh, you didn't? There was the one in the castle where you go back down to where you were with Ashley.
Yeah.
And you fight. Yeah, you basically fight one of the armor guys.
Gotcha. Okay.
That was a cool fight. And then there's another one where you fight a dog, essentially.
Okay, yeah, I think I picked up that one, but I didn't ever do it. Yeah. I thought the Ashley part was done really well too. It was pretty intense.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was probably like the scariest moment out of the game. If there are any like really scary moments.
Yeah, it was very much like kind of like the village kind of part where with the mannequins. Yeah. So yeah, I thought it was a great game.
Did you find all the blue medallions?
I think I did up until the point where I got to the island, and there was one that I couldn't find, but I was kind of ready to move on at that point.
I could not find.
It's like the one that was like I think it was like maybe underground or something. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to get to that little area down below.
Oh, there's if in that area after the helicopter part. If you look to the left, there's like 2 crates. If you destroy the crates and continue going into the darkness, there's like a ladder that takes you down there, and there's like some jewelry and stuff, and then there's a blue medallion.
No, I went down there.
Oh, okay.
But then I when you're walking to the next area and you look down to the right, it looks like there's an area that you can get to.
Oh, I thought that was that area.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, I couldn't figure out where it was, so I was just like, I know I'm towards the end, so I'm just gonna, I'll find it on my next run or something like that.
Yeah, I'm committed to doing them all on this run.
Yeah. So
wrap them up, but
yeah, fun game. I'll probably play it another, I don't know, at least one more time. But yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, it's great, and you can probably get it down pretty short. Like my first playthrough was 14 hours. Yours was 14 hours, but
yeah.
Second playthrough is carrying over all your weapons.
Last question. Did you kill the one of those like the bug creature that's like in the area with the oh my gosh, with the I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember the name of the boss, but
Salazar?
No, it's like the bug creature that like shoots up from the floor and the ceiling and tries to attack you, and you can like freeze it with the shower, like the spray or whatever.
Oh, when you're underneath the castle.
Yeah. Did you kill it?
No, I didn't kill it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I killed it.
Did you kill it?
Yeah.
How do you kill it? Do you just freeze it and then shoot it?
Freeze it. I think I had like 7 or 8 magnum shots at that point, so I just unloaded all of it. I pretty much used all my ammo, and maybe reminiscing that's where I wasted all my ammo. But yeah, I used everything I had on it, and finally brought it down.
What did it drop?
Nothing great. Like I think a $20,000, like 20,000 pesos thing. I can't quite remember.
Okay. So I wasn't missing out too much. Yeah, I was kiting it, and then it was just me in the thing. Me and that guy just chilling in the room with the elevator for like a few seconds before it opened up. I was sweating.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the intense part. Yeah, I want to get the infinite rocket launcher and just lay waste with that thing.
Just tear it up. I feel like if I sold all my weapons, I could get close.
Yeah.
But then you only have a rocket launcher.
Yeah, that's all you need though.
I mean, hey, that was fun in Resident Evil 3, you know?
Oh yeah, that was super fun. Like, you could just blast through everything in that thing.
Yeah.
Let's dive into some news, Nick. I'm gonna take a quick like interlude. I'm gonna go grab a drink. My voice is dying.
Well, crispy. Okay. All right. You want to dive into some news?
Let's do it. You want to read the first one?
Oh boy. I mean, this is the big one.
It's the doozy.
It's not a direct.
Not a direct.
Not a direct, but it is 10 minutes of Tears of the Kingdom gameplay airing tomorrow, 10 a.m. EST, 7 a.m. PST on YouTube. 10 minutes. That's like 50,000 times more minutes than we've seen in the actual game so far.
I feel like Nintendo's marketing department was like, like gun to the head, you need to put something together for this game.
There's a game coming out. What?
Yeah, I mean, like it's still crazy. So this is it. This is what we're getting. There's no
you
like.
Think this is the only thing. Like,
I think
so.
This
is it.
Yeah, there's no way we're getting like a 30-minute direct now. This is all we're getting. Okay. Now we may get like some little tidbits, a little overview trailer here and there, and maybe like
a final trailer,
something like that, or maybe like a 30-second clip of something, whatever, as time gets closer to the game, which is almost a month away, which is freaking crazy to think about. Yeah. I'm excited. I mean, I do want to see like some actual like gameplay instead of trailers. I mean, 10 minutes isn't a lot, but hey, I'm not, it is what it is.
I mean, 10 minutes is a lot when you put it in perspective of what we've seen so far, and of what we've seen.
It's more than what we've seen.
Yeah, like, and of those trailers, like, how much of it was actual gameplay?
Yeah, right.
A lot of it was just like sweeps of the landscape or just shots of bokoblins or whatever have you. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be the relatively deep dive. I'm assuming we're gonna see a lot of the mechanics that make this game unique from Breath of the Wilds. I mean, this kind of has to be that moment. So I'm curious to see what you think is going to be there. What do you think they're going to like show off the most?
I have no idea, because I feel like they've been so secretive about everything, about the story. I mean, shoot, they said that they didn't want to reveal the name of the game until closer to launch. Like, how is Tears of the Kingdom a spoiler for anything? Like, is it Tears? Really, is it Tears? I mean, God, that was the big thing when that first launch, when that trailer came out.
Either way, I'm at a loss.
Yeah, is it the Tears of Hyrule? Is it the Tears of
Zelda?
Skyloft? Is it Zelda's Tears? Is it Link's Tears? Whose Tears is it? And how many are there? I don't know, man. I think maybe they'll show up like maybe the crafting stuff a little bit. Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's too story related. Like I would like to see maybe the mechanic of going through the walls, or like
going up through the ground.
Yeah, but that may just be too story related for them to share off. But I don't know. They could just show it with added context. Yeah. They don't have to show how he got it. They could just say, hey, you acquire ability. You acquire abilities in the Zelda games.
It's like the Sheikah Slate abilities, right?
Mm-hmm.
They show that off, and granted, there's not a lot of context to that to begin with, but it's like the same thing of just showing off Link's new arsenal of abilities, like just like how they'd show off new weapons or anything like that. Like I think that would be fair game.
Or maybe they give us like a couple minutes of like a dungeon, like an actual dungeon, and like oh yeah, item related. There's item related things in dungeons now that help you progress in said dungeon, and in the outside world, something like that, just to confirm that stuff. But yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think vehicle building. I think they'll show weapon crafting.
Yeah, and the easy stuff, really.
Yeah, the easy stuff, and just like easier ways to maneuver around the world, whether that be through vehicles or through new abilities that Link gets. Like I'd love to see some type of like alternate to Link's like normal jump of like maybe like a double jump, like something akin to like a double jump or something like that, where you can unlock like a new skill, almost like unlocking a new skill for Link. I think that'd be really cool. And, that's a wish list at this point, but
that's kind of like Twilight Princess. Like they had all the different kind of it's 4 or 5 abilities you could do with your sword.
Yeah.
That you learn, like that could be really cool. But yeah, a double jump. Ooh.
I don't know. I was thinking of the 2D games and like getting the rocks feather.
The rocks feather. Oh, that's so good, dude. Yeah.
Or like using the hook shot, or being able to use the hook shot. It kind of like Spider-Man a little bit. Being able to fling yourself around, because you're going to be so airborne in the game, and it seems like there's not going to be a lot of repercussions for falling. So like, why wouldn't you why wouldn't you push that forward by like, hey, like let
Hear me
Link
out.
just like swing
Hear
around?
me out. You can craft your own set of ODM gear, and you can just fly around like Attack on Titan.
There you go.
No, but like I have heard rumors of hookshot, but I want it to be like Master Chief's grapple hook. Like that thing is the best hookshot, grapple hook, whatever in gaming.
Yes.
You could just hook onto anything. There's no
not like Twilight Princess where you have to hook onto like a little cross thing.
Yeah, oh, that's like any Zelda game. Like there's either like a bullseye, or you could do like wood or chest or something. You could usually hookshot to. That could be a huge game changer. Like a really really cool grapple hook or hookshot. That could be awesome.
Yeah, because like Breath of the Wild was all about climbing, and that was kind of like one of the fun parts of that game. I feel like this game is more about traversal.
Yeah,
and how can you get from A to B in as most of a fun way as possible. And I think that would, it wouldn't negate climbing altogether.
Yeah,
but it would kind of streamline it a little bit.
Yeah, because I mean, we did that. We already did it in Breath of the Wild. We put hundreds of hours into climbing. Yeah. I don't think it makes much sense to make us do it again. Like make it, I don't know, make it more fun. Make it even, especially since we're gonna be in the air,
Yeah, so there's a lot they could do. I mean, it seems like they're really focusing on player creativity and player freedom.
Yeah.
And of course, like that's where all the crafting stuff comes in, and that's going to be really cool as well. Like I feel like people are going to be able to spend way more time in this game than they did in Breath of the Wild, and that's saying something considering how much time people spent in that game.
Yeah. Do you think they mention anything about a collector's edition, the Switch?
Yeah.
Amiibo?
I think they show off the
new Switch model,
Switch or the whatever the
special edition
model.
Yeah,
the one that people keep watching on our TikTok.
Dude, it's crazy. Like there's even like a bunch of Spanish comments, which is very random. Nothing wrong with it, but I don't really understand it. There actually is an option where you can like translate it, which is pretty cool in TikTok. But that's been super random. But yeah, people just keep watching it and they're like, "Is this real?" I'm like, I'd stop answering. Like y'all Google it, man.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we'll get something.
Yeah. It's now or never at this point. We're less than a month, or probably a month and a half away.
Yeah. Maybe they'll open up like wave 2 of like the collector's edition pre-orders. I think they're gonna do more. Like it makes sense. It doesn't make sense not to. Like people want them like crazy. So, I don't know.
So, all right, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How do you think it's going to start, and how do you think it's going to end? In terms of the presentation tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the whole story of the game. I was like, oh god, give me a second. I don't know. I think is it Anua? Is that how you pronounce his name? Agnuma. I think he's gonna come on. He's gonna have just the white backdrop. He's gonna be like, "Hey guys, it's been a while. Here you go. This is what we've been working on for 6 years, and it's gonna open up to something ridiculous. Like I don't know, maybe Link falling. I don't know if they would have ruined that experience, like falling out of the sky for the first time. Not ruin, but show off that experience. I don't know, man.
I know.
All right, you give me, because you've been thinking about this.
I think it's going to start in the sky.
Okay.
And it's not going to be the beginning of the game. It's going to be somewhere like early on, but it's not going to show any of the beginning sequences.
Yeah.
And he's going to play around there, show all the different islands. So like, oh, you can see that place, you can go to it. That's an island. And I think it's going to end with him coming across. He's going to be on the ground, and he's going to come across a structure, and it's going to start taking you underground.
Okay.
And you're going to see like the vastness of the underground area, and then he's going to cut it.
Okay.
That's how it's going to end. Because they haven't said anything about the underground.
No, but they're you've seen it like in the latest trailer. We just don't know how big it's going to be.
Right.
Like, is it going to be something like I hate to mention Elden Ring because I swear we do it, but
Elden Ring.
The subterranean area in Elden Ring, like you didn't realize how when you first went down in the elevator, you're like, okay, this is gonna be like a really small dungeon, and then you go through the area, like, oh, this is a pretty big area, and then you're like, oh my god, this is massive. So yeah, I mean that like that's what's crazy about this game. It's like sky, like you got everything. This game's gonna be crazy.
And maybe they took inspiration from Elden Ring. Maybe that's what made them delay the game. They're like, shit, dude.
Yeah,
see that underground area?
This thing is awesome.
That's pretty cool, man. We gotta do that. I don't know.
Yeah, I like I'm excited for it, but I could feel just the hypeness. You know, it's starting to get up there, especially now that we got confirmation that we're actually seeing something. Like I was convinced that we were going to see nothing until it launched. Like I knew we would get like a little bit of trailer here and there, but not like a presentation style thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like story wise, I don't know what to expect. Like the story in Zelda, like it never has been super. I mean, I know there's a lot of lore, but in terms of
never been extremely compelling.
Yeah, like as far as like the story that's told in the game, do you think we see like any time travel things? Do we see another Link, another Zelda? Do they
and like any multiverse stuff?
Do we? Well, it's on a timeline, so like it's the same timeline. Just a lot of people are theorizing that this is the end of the timeline for Zelda. The end of like the cycle with Ganondorf, because it's all the same Ganondorf. Like it's sealed, but it's Link that's the new protagonist every single time. It's always been the same Ganondorf over and over again because he always gets trapped. So that's the curse that I can't remember the antagonist from Skyward Sword, but that person put a curse on Link.
Girium,
something like that.
Yeah, I do think you could be right, because I believe at the end of Tears of the Kingdom, you're going to see that you're basically creating Skyloft with the floating islands.
We think it's going to like circle back on itself?
Yeah, I think it's going to. I think it's going to circle back. I think what's happening here is the creation of Skyloft.
Okay.
And that's why in Skyward Sword, no one wanted to return to the surface.
Yeah.
Because it had been so long at that point, and everyone just thought it was still overrun by an evil force.
But Skyward Sword was the beginning of the timeline. So
I think it loops.
So it's just, well, I guess that could be like the Ouroboros kind of symbol they got going on. And Nick, you might be onto something there. Oh, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Every end, there is a beginning.
There is, yeah. So that's coming tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
We'll run through these next stories here. Ubisoft is no longer part of E3 after they kind of already confirmed that they were, but they backtracked and said they're going to be doing their own separate Ubisoft Forward live event the day before E3 officially starts. So kind of on the coattails, or however you want to say that phrase, they're kind of riding the E3 train without actually being a part of it and paying for space and stuff like that. Yeah.
And they probably
go ahead.
They probably looked around and was like, wait, no one else is coming to this thing? It's just us? Just us going to the party? Oh, I'm not going to go to the party.
So
I'm going to go to the other party.
I don't know, man. E3...
I think it's done, because they were the only confirmed
big third party kind of company. I don't know, man. We'll see. This may be the final shebang for
nail in the coffin.
for E3. Next up, Multiverses, that Warner Brothers Super Smash Brothers clone like game is closing down early access, which I thought it was in full release. I thought
it was full release.
I didn't realize it was still in early access, because there's a battle pass and you could pay for stuff. That's shutting down on June 25th. And then they're going to plan to launch the full game in early 2024. And this is kind of coming off the heels of them losing like 99% of their player base from like January, for the lack of like new content and stuff like that. So I think they probably wisely just said, hey, let's shut it down. Let's reevaluate. Let's take in the criticism and let's come back, in full swing next year. And it could be like a proper 1.0 launch and get buzz back. Of course, people are upset because they purchased stuff.
Yeah.
And now they can't they won't be able to use it. They can still play like offline, but come on. So
who's doing that? They're pretty much just relaunching the game.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
they're retroactively calling what was already released a beta. Like you can buy physical copies of Multiverse Versus, right?
I don't know if you can or not. I don't think it's physical. I could be wrong though. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, I mean that's just kind of like, that's coming off the heels of all these other games shutting down these live service games. So it's like, yeah, you relaunch in 2024, but like how much trust do you have in this company anymore? Are they gonna
shut it down again?
Are they gonna shut it down and you can't get a refund or something like that? I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. Like just play Fortnite. It's pretty much what we're saying. Like just play Fortnite. That's the only thing that's like guaranteed at this point. That and like Apex and Call of Duty. Everything else, like
that was like in the middle of like a big resurgence of Smash type games, and like Smash is always doing well.
Yeah,
but yeah, you had Nickelodeon All Stars.
Yeah, that was kind of DOA. It didn't have like voice acting and stuff until like well after. And they just don't. It's kind of got like the problem of Dark Souls clones. It is they're cool. They don't have the heart. They don't have the feel, and they don't have like the art style like in the world building. Now I'm going down Dark Souls, but they're just not quite as good.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah,
something feels off about it.
It feels slower or something like that. But I mean, Multiverse, I did play like quite a few matches, and it was really fun. Like all the characters were, had their unique spins and stuff like that. But just there's too many multiplayer games for me. Like, don't have a lot of interest.
You've got Fortnite.
Yeah, which I haven't bought the Battle Pass yet.
Oh, you okay?
I haven't bought it yet. I've been playing some Halo.
Still peeking at it.
Yeah, they I guess I dropped into. I went to the right time with watching Attack on Titan. It's just everywhere right now.
Yeah,
which was already huge. Which is funny because like I did my short that we did when we were talking about it last week, and like I had like 3 or 4 comments like, "Oh, Attack on Titan is so mid and blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Why?" I was like, first of all, mid. Like it's won like a ton of awards. It's not mid. He's like, "Oh, it got ruined by the normies," and I'm like, "What does a normie mean?" Like. Can someone not jump into something like 2 or 3 seasons in and not be considered like a normie or like a casual viewer? Like this is my could be my potential like tipping point or like getting into anime, and I just happen to pick one of the best ones out there. I'm sorry.
Right. The problem with those people is that whatever anime you watch is never going to be niche enough for them. It's always like, oh, this super niche anime that's only been watched by 5 people that has 100 seasons. Like, oh, you really like that's a good starting point. You really got to get into that one. It's like, no, I'm gonna start with the best one. I'm gonna start with one that's like really well known and like other people can vouch and say like, yeah, this is a great anime to get into.
Yeah,
like exactly. You're not gonna go into One Piece as your first anime.
Like, there's too many episodes, man. It's 1,000 episodes.
It's way too much to get into. Like start with something smaller, like Attack on Titan or Death Note, or I don't know. I don't watch that much anime, but
yeah. Well, it was cool because like the one guy that was like normie, and I was like, well, I don't really know what a normie is, but like I don't know. I'm just trying to start somewhere, and then I was like, any suggestion? He did give me like 50 anime shows to watch, and I was like, dude, awesome, I appreciate it. So I'll look into it, but. I was like, man, I'm sorry, like it's good. Like I can say that I like it. Like, it's fine.
It's all just gatekeeping.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Like, oh, you can't. That's the casual viewing anime. Like
I don't know, man. Like,
what do you say? Dragon Ball Z is a casual. Like that's like the most popular anime of all time.
Yeah, but it's like someone jumping into Resident Evil 4 now and someone saying like, oh well. Well, you got to play the original. You got to play the original 3.
Yeah,
you got to play.
No,
you got to play.
It's all right.
All the other ones. Like, no, dude, just play what you want to play. Play the new ones. Play 7. Play 8. Play. I don't care what you do.
Yeah, play them all. Oh, you gotta
you gotta play the original.
Beat the original Resident Evil 4 or 5 times and get everything, and that way you could really appreciate the remake. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's good for people that have played the original, but also like 4.
You don't need to endure.
Is very much a proper 2023 game that doesn't seem like it's aged. You know, it's not an aged game or anything like that. It's absolutely fine.
Oh man.
People are annoying.
It's really frustrating.
I was laughing because I was like, I thought people really liked Attack on Titan. Like, it's kind of awards
people
and stuff
do.
like that.
That's the problem. People do like it.
And I guess it's like mainstream-esque. I don't know.
Mainstream means it's good for the entire genre because it means more people are getting into it.
Yeah, people start talking about animation, like the actual animation itself, because I think from like season 1 to 2, I think they changed like animation houses or whatever. And I was like, I'm not even diving into that conversation because people bitch all the time about Dragon Ball Z and animation versus Dragon Ball Super animation. I'm like, they're different animations for sure, but like, can you just not enjoy both of them? Like they it's not like one negates the other. It's
you just gotta have something to.
It's like if you enjoy the story and these characters, you'll watch it, however they animate it. It's fine. Like it's okay.
It's not gonna ruin the experience for you unless it's just objectively bad animation.
Yeah. Or late, yeah, whatever. But I'm just like, come on, it's okay. Going through the stories here again to wrap it up. Data miners. They found. Resident Evil 4 Mercenaries mode's coming April 7th for free as part of an update. And then data miners over on Reddit found mentions of the Separate Ways campaign from Resident Evil 4. So I'm sure we'll get that as DLC. And the game like the way the game ends, I don't remember that from the original 4. Is that the same way it ended in the original?
I don't remember it ending that way.
Because it very much alluded to Separate Ways DLC or something like that. Additional DLC, so that's cool. I think. How do you feel about that being DLC versus just not being in the game?
I'm relatively okay with it. I think Resident Evil 4 is one of those games. It's already complete.
Yeah,
as is. I don't think it needs anything else, and just I think just the fact that we're gonna get it is cool.
Yeah, but it doesn't bother you that it was in the original but not in here. It doesn't bother me. I mean, it is what it is.
Not too much. I mean, who knows if I'll end up picking it up? It's one of those things where like it might be so far down the road where I'm already playing another game. I'm already deep into another game that I don't really want to go back.
Yeah, it's hard to go back to something like that.
Yeah. So it would have been cool to have it be in there originally, but if that means the game would have come out, 3 to 6 months later, I would have rather just had the game now.
Yeah, I feel that. You want to read the next one, Nick? Yeah.
So Microsoft is ending their $1 Game Pass deal after like 5 years. So they've had it going for a long time, and it's really just like a $1 introductory price is it $1 for 3 months?
$1 for 3 months, and then there's some way that you can convert it into your already existing like Xbox Live membership, where you could essentially get it like super cheap for like 3 years, and then they finally ended it. I never like attempted to do it, but I don't know. I know a lot of people like stacked up and got like years and years worth of subscription plan.
Yeah, I used it at first. Like I used it for my first 3 months, something like that. But I don't think I ever tried to convert anything.
Yeah, I think it's worth it as is. Like I'm not trying to. I mean,
the game system.
Yeah, I mean, Xbox is already like a great deal for me and you specifically because we do the game share and stuff. So like we're already buying all these games at budget price. So half price. So
yeah. I mean, I see a lot of people bitching about this on Twitter.
Why? It's been such a great deal for years.
And the problem is it's not even people who play it's not even Xbox people. It's PlayStation, like, the PlayStation fanboys that are coming after Xbox after
why
ending a deal. I don't know. I have no idea.
I mean, we all knew, and it's probably the price of this is probably gonna go up to a month by a couple bucks. And I think they're working on some sort of family plan that we mentioned a few months ago. I think it was $25 for up to 4 people, something like that. Mm-hmm. So that's a deal. If you have more friends that want to split the cost, that could be a deal. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think people have gotten more than their fair share of value out of Game Pass, even if you're paying full price a month or whatever. So I think it's just fine. And
yeah. And plus the deal's been going on for 5 years. If you're not in the ecosystem at this point, I don't think a dollar deal is going to get you in.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not I was just about to get into it. I was just about to start my subscription. It's no, you weren't.
And then the last story, this was kind of part of the Unreal presentation which man does Hellblade look incredible.
It does.
But they showed off the creative 2.0 mode for Fortnite. And dude, Fortnite is insane. I think they solidify themselves as a timeless piece of entertainment. Yeah, it's more than just a game itself. You can, and granted, this stuff that they showed off was stuff that in-house developers created. It's not like it was fans or whatever, but I mean, the stuff they showed off, I mean, there was dragons and stuff. There was Rust from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 in there that you could play. And it looked photorealistic, and then you have your whatever Fortnite character.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm really excited just to see what people can do with this stuff, because there's a lot of it seems like it's inlet. There's just so many possibilities that people can do.
Yeah, it's becoming it's becoming its own ecosystem at this point. It's almost I think Roblox kind of does stuff like this, where it's games within the game.
Yeah, that's a good
comparison. Probably what Fortnite will end up being. And it sounds like there's another game coming out called Anywhere or Anything.
Oh yeah, yep.
That one's kind of trying to do the same
thing. That one, I don't know, man. That one doesn't seem, because wasn't that blockchain-y kind of stuff? I felt like it was mixed in with that.
It wasn't NFTs, but I think it was blockchain.
Okay. I thought those were parallel with each other, but
he was using blockchain technology.
Yeah, but what does that even mean? Put it on the blockchain.
It's on the blockchain.
Yeah, it looks crazy. Just all that stuff that came out of there, just the 4 or 5 levels that they showed off. And then there was the original Fortnite map that they brought back. Mm-hmm. So that was probably pretty nostalgic for a lot of people. So yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of really cool things showing off with that.
A lot of cool maps and modes, and
I wonder if Nintendo's ever going to come after any of these people that are creating this stuff for stealing their IPs. Oh, there's an entire Mario level in here. Yeah. All right. Well, that is going to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, one more story. One more quick story. Bye 3DS, Wii U eShop.
Oh yeah. Rest in peace. That was the day.
Down. Did you buy anything?
No, I didn't.
Last minute shopping.
I didn't.
Me neither.
I did see where I think it was Gerard the Completionist spent $22,000 and bought everything on the eShop.
That's crazy.
Insane. But
good for him.
Yeah, rest in peace 3DS. And the Wii U still have a better eShop than Switch does, so it's
wild.
Yeah, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, guys. So that is going to do the show. We will be back next week talking Zelda, baby. We'll be talking a lot
Zelda.
about Zelda. We'll see what they show off tomorrow, and then whatever else happens in the gaming world. But yeah, we appreciate everyone that's been listening as always. Nick, where can they follow us on our stuff?
Go give us a follow on Twitter at GamingWTBros. You can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Gaming with the Broscast. And if you want to email us any questions, you can email us at gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com.
Yep.
Yeah, go follow us everywhere. Tell us what excited you from the Zelda not direct that's happening tomorrow.
Not direct. Won't be streaming it because I'll be working and stuff, but I'll definitely have it on my TV while I'm working. But yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Awesome. Well, we will see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.